Session 51 of Iron Gods. Welcome back to RPGMP3.com. I'm trying to find my camera because I keep moving it. Hi, how's it going? Visit us at the website. Talk to us on the Discord. There's been some interesting conversations over there about adding foreskin to nerd movies. It's good. Very intellectual. You'll enjoy it a lot. Just trying to get my phone connected to the nonsense, and then we'll be good to go.
Just until we develop the 5 skin.
Right. Which is extra protective somehow.
Yes.
I mean, not that America cares, because like 85% of people abuse children, right? Slice it off or whatever.
Well, we're going for
Hi.
6G now, so.
Are
we starting with genital mutilation?
I think we are. It's only going to get better from there, I suspect.
Or clergy molestation. Oh. I wasn't clear on what the topic was. Sorry.
I think it's a bit of both, honestly. A little bit that, a little bit that, a little bit of kink, maybe too.
I got scared because Twitch is advising me to I could do a random encounter, and I thought it was Bits and Crits did one. Only visible to you, random encounter.
Oh, it started doing that. It'll like when you log in, it'll pop up and go, "Hey, you've got some stuff to spend," which I thought was kind of interesting. When I like, because I'm at work, I'll sometimes like drop in on Twitches of people. And it's like, hey, you've got things, and I'm like, oh, do I want to do, no, resist. Save it for the big stuff. Oh, apparently Bits and Crits says 12,000 and 12.2 thousand.
Nice.
No, not for you. Just wait till they're somewhere really dangerous and their pants are down and they're all exhausted and then land something gigantic on top of them. Like that murder robot they landed on themselves. Actually, even better. They're even higher level and in a more dangerous place than that murder robot right now.
We didn't land the murder bot on us. We landed the robot golem on us.
Oh, that's right. It was a robot golem. That's right.
No, yeah, you did give us a fucking murder bot though.
Yeah,
the murder ball. Yeah.
Yeah, the murder ball was pretty cool. I like the murder ball.
Thing did the robot golem. Bits and Crits did the murder ball.
Murder ball.
So she balled us. Thing.
Oh, I can't move my mic.
Balled us.
Can you hear me okay? My microphone cable is stuck, so I can't pull it any closer to my mouth.
Here's my question, Hal. When are we going to do an RPG MP3 hot tub stream?
I mean, I'm game, Nick. I don't know whether the world is ready for that. And I think, hasn't that kind of been banned already? Aren't we supposed to be like licking the microphone now or something? From what I mean,
I'm on.
Oh, hey, Witch ready. Witch got the equipment.
Do we really trust her with a laptop plugged in at the hot tub?
You could just stop. You could just stop it. Do we really trust her?
Like,
you can get waterproof webcams.
I've got Amaranth pulled up right now, and she's changing into a bikini. So I mean,
well, she's not getting in a hot tub. She's probably going to lie on a couch and lick an incredibly expensive binaural microphone.
Jesus Christ, does that sound like a blowjob or what?
ASMR.
I've not actually, supposedly ASMR, right? It was literally.
No, that's.
I mean, ultimately, it's not that what I'm watching for. I want that fucking microphone. Let's not lie. That shit's thousands of fucking dollars right there. That's fucking. That's a fucking expensive piece of equipment.
Well, and if you looked like her, you could afford that microphone. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair, right? If I had a stream and a bikini and a hot tub. And
I think
yes,
I mean she was a cosplayer before.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, obviously there was money from somewhere else before because cosplay ain't cheap.
Oh yeah, and she's got serious geek cred.
She's got. I know she's married. I don't know who her husband is, but it looks like they have a pretty nice house. I think they live in Sugarland.
What?
Houston?
Yeah, no, Amaranth lives in Houston.
Who does?
Amaranth?
Who's that?
You should type it in, Whit. You'll go all gooey-eyed.
Well, unless she looks at the plant.
Spell it?
Yeah, don't look at the plant.
AMOURANTA.
Should we just do a raid now on some cam girl? Is that what we're gonna do?
I don't think we have enough people for it to be impressive to her.
So this girl like takes her clothes off online?
Well, no, not really. Although I think she actually has accidentally flashed the camera multiple times on purpose. Mostly.
She's been banned on multiple occasions. But she brings in views, so obviously they're not going to get rid of her.
Well, I mean, they get touchy on anything sexy after too much people complain, but there's people just.
Well, she was banned again, right? And that other chick, whatever she's called, Indie Fox something, for licking those microphones. That ASMR stuff, because they keep using tags that aren't appropriate for the content that they're doing. So Twitch is like ASMR is like sounds and shit that make you feel funny. They don't want an ass in the middle of the screen, and that's the problem with it, I think. But now Twitch is backing itself into a corner because they're like, well, it's not because the streamer is sexy, but we're banning them anyway. So
it's like if you tag this stream with, it's like if you tag this stream with gaming and we 90% PS,
I mean, that's true. Actually, Twitch does not provide me with the tag horse shit, or otherwise I would tag it with that. We're tagged as improv, role playing, which honestly is a hit or a miss most days, dice, English, and persistent campaign. That is actually what we're tagged at.
Well, if you do role play with ROLL as opposed to RLE, then we might hit more.
I like Acid Honey is ASMR. It's a new category.
Mm.
Did you find it, Whit? That's a serious concentrating face. I mean, how fast do you type?
Sorry, my dog keeps putting his paw on my leg, and I'm trying to figure out what it is he wants, and it hurts because he's
sounds like he wants beating with a bat.
I think that's
Jesus.
It. Are you ready? I have the fly swatter. I just wet. He's like, no, mommy, don't. I couldn't do that to you. You're sweet baby. I couldn't whack your nose. What?
Bits and Crit. Oh God, it's fucking Ringo Starr the dog. I forget. Apparently, Bits and Crit says your dog wants to see Amaranth when you search for it.
Yeah.
So I looked for Amaranth.
He spelt it for you in the chat, so you can even copy paste it. Because it's not actually how it's spelt, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I found it because the first time I looked it up, I was like, oh, she misspelled the plant.
Yes. Yeah, no.
But she spelled it with love.
Right. There's love in there. Kind of.
So many boobs.
So many boobs.
And how many do you need?
I do
my God!
What? Oh.
This girl's had some augmentation. Lordy mercy. But I guess a lot of cosplayers have.
Lordy mercy.
Dogging people for augmentation, just like, oh my goodness, that's not natural.
Lordy mercy.
And neither is a push-up bra, but
Yeah.
Lordy mercy. That's funny.
She's got amazing abs.
Yes. Abs.
That's not what everybody's looking at. They're all looking at how
that's
full
exactly
her
why
bosom
Nick's
is,
watching the stream right now.
Oh my God, this picture right here is the one where I'm like, oh. Let me see.
What's the link?
Image.
Well,
it's just from
Bill, did I just hear a zipper?
Both hands are visible in the camera, right?
Welcome
So I don't know.
Amaranth Appreciation Twitch.
Lordy mercy.
What about recap? Because I'm fuzzy on the details the last time. I think that we were trying to plan something.
Yeah, let's do a recap. Who would like a recap?
I would.
I don't remember anything.
Okay, you killed in the session prior to the last session. I'm hearing myself.
We killed the Yagway.
You killed the Yagway, and then you came back to town, got given a nice cloak that nobody's quite sure why they're wearing it, because it's a symbol of Deadeye, and he likes those kind of things. Then you decided to get given another quest from the guy to investigate the possibility of a Technic League spy in Iadenveigh. And you were like, yeah, let's do it. So you wandered off and you talked to some people, and the people were like, and you found a hand symbol, ching, 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 a symbol from a dancer. And you realized that potentially that they could be associated with some Verisians who were in the lumber yard, staying in their little caravans.
We had also gotten a shot down by a local shot down a mechanical bird that had a message in it, right?
Correct. That's what began the quest, because they knew that there was some kind of Technic League person in the town.
And we're assuming at this point that it's good information that they don't know that whoever sent the message doesn't know that it's been shot down. So we have some time until they think that a response is overdue, essentially. Right.
So you went to the lumberyard, had some kind of meltdown, and decided to go away. And then there was talk of murdering people. And then that seemed to get short-circuited.
Well, we tried the nice diplomatic route and got, basically stonewalled by a dickhead.
We did not try the nice diplomatic route. We tried we're traders in town trying to trade with people that are camping, and our story.
You guys keep calling me out that that's a lie, and it is actually not. I'm actually having that as a side gig.
No, you say if you claim to be a trader long enough, you'll actually develop a trading empire.
Now that is fair.
You're a larcenist sociopath.
That delusion is a fair accusation.
I was trying to set up unions. Thank you very much.
That's also true.
I handed
that may
out
have where this conversation went south.
Is this the picture with the good abs, Wit? Oh, she's gone.
I'm not sure if there's a picture with bad abs.
What?
No, is that the picture with the good abs, or is that the underwear you want?
Both. She looks really adorable, but that was also the picture where I was like, she's had something added to that backside.
So you're talking about trying to drive traffic to the Discord. Send that picture there, right?
No. It's not really in line with what we'd normally talk about, but I'm sure there's something over there in like 5, 4, 3.
So, I mean,
it's really interesting when people do the augmentation to their hips and their bums, like Nicki Minaj, and I'm like, ooh, girl. I mean, she looked cute before, and then she did all this other stuff, and I'm like, you don't even look the same, but you're.
Do I need to get out the squirt
crazy
bottles?
Barbie doll, and I love it.
I think you might need to get out the squirt bottle. I don't understand ass augmentation. I just don't. It really has no function for me. Crap out of it and sit on it. That's about all I do.
So one thought that we had.
Salad.
One thought that we had was just to try to get to reconnoiter the campsite, but we can't get too close to the Virgin campers, right? Because one thought was to try to do detect technology or some kind of see if there are parts or other messenger birds like this mechanical one. There can't be too many in town, right?
There were spells cast. I believe detect magic was cast while you were close enough to detect, and other than kind of mundane stuff, as in nothing specifically vastly magical was detected.
Right. I could go in with technomancy, but that's no.
I think we decided that a good thing to do would be just to go up and say, hey, we want to return it to who it belongs to, especially if we try to go in there seem like we're being sincere about returning something, and then that way we can gain their trust and then use that trust to for the workers movement.
Well, I mean, you can always drop a few names like Cassandra and see if anybody reacts. I could also try to detect thoughts, although seek thoughts might be better, but then again, I don't even know if with detect thoughts, if I will know who's thinking the thoughts. If somebody's like, oh crap, they're on to me.
I don't know whether we'd have to look at it if you start doing that stuff.
But just the fact that somebody was exploring around in the not the Deadlands, the Badwater.
Badwater, yes.
Badwater, yep.
I was reading about this adventure. Remember, we had trouble with the map the last time. Apparently everyone has trouble with the map because apparently the map is wrong. It's like a harkening back to the old world's largest dungeon days.
It's not an uncommon thing in some of these adventure paths to have like doors on the opposite walls. Or...
Yeah, I guess what happens.
but-
I guess what happens is they send out the art stuff to the artist who starts doing the map, and then somebody changes their mind in the writing, and it never gets communicated.
Or if they just did house suggestion and always have north be up on the maps, it wouldn't be a problem.
I mean, that would
We're
solve a
about
lot
to
of
do
my
a bunch of
problems.
detective stuff, right?
I mean, some
We're gonna try.
All right, hold on then.
Are you about to get a deerstalker in a pipe?
No! God, no!
Chico.
Where am I? It's a fucking
Are you about to get a trench coat and a boz eye?
Columbo.
Oh, one more thing before we go.
Called it.
One more thing, ma'am.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Wait. Didn't you read the Princess Bride book? Wait a second.
Didn't you read The Princess Bride? Oh no.
Nick owning a trench coat worries me deeply.
Nick, is that a new act? Are you going to do Columbo as a burlesque act?
Columbum.
Because if Columbo.
Columbo hosts Limbo. Everyone under the pole.
I'm never gonna be able to say that right again. It's always gonna come out Columbum.
You're welcome.
Mission accomplished.
Funny. Well, that was good. You did a good thing today. You earned your keep, that thing. So that's where you were, and I believe you were retreating to the place to rest and plan and figure out what to do next.
Yes. Go in with a unified plan, maybe, and consistent story.
Sounds good.
Maybe even some of the truth.
And possibly a disguise.
Nick, did you steal that?
Tighter
It looks very large on you.
It's a bit large. I got it at Salvation Army.
Is it for a show? Are you gonna?
I used it in one of my acts. Yeah, I use it in my Clockwork Orange act.
I've seen that, and I don't remember a trench coat.
That's because it probably comes off really quick.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's when I come out. I come out and singing in the rain. And I've got my back to the audience, which is good. That it's so large because they can't tell that it's an Alex costume. And then I had someone intro it as a singing in the rain number, and a lot of people were not happy.
Really?
But some people were very happy. So
they're thinking a 1950s film, and all of a sudden, would you want a bit of ultraviolence?
It did ruin that song for a lot of people.
That's funny. I like that. There were emotions, regardless of what they were. You made emotions.
Stuck in the middle with you is never going to be the same again.
Okay.
That's another one of those where all I could think about is like somebody being gleeful about ripping you to pieces.
Alrighty then.
Nick, your Wi-Fi's kind of wobbly this evening.
It's a little robotic, yeah.
I was worried it was
Yeah.
because we actually have a thunderstorm, but
That's possible. I mean, we've seen some lightning down here.
They messed with my internet and it's all fucked now.
Oh, that's good. Was that an upgrade?
Yeah.
the FBI caught on to him.
That's right.
They
they've halved your pawn pipe.
they upgraded my
They
internet.
need it for the
and so
children's
now
hospital.
Now it runs at like, a of the speed.
Apparently, stop them downloads. I mean, there's only so much porn a man can watch in his lifetime, Nicholas.
Well, he's live streaming his lower half to a pay-per-view.
Oh, that's
At the
right.
same time,
Yeah, that's right. His upper half is gaming. His lower half is masturbating on some kind of stream. He's doing a reaction to Amaranth's Twitch.
Why do you think
It's a
I
tribute.
put the code on?
It's the website littlenickreacts.com.
Little Nicky.
Did you buy that one, Hal?
Not yet, but I'm sure it'll already. Yes.
No, you got the Temple of Spank domain, right?
I do have the Temple of Spank.com.
If anybody
All right,
wants
let's
it,
do
it's going
some
for the
shit.
low price of.
So, you know what you're doing. So you're resting for the evening. Do you need to talk about stuff? Do you need to make a plan? You decide who's saying what, who's going to be the guy in charge, lady in charge, who's going to be the
I think it's
I
a solid
think
enough.
that,
I think it's a solid enough plan. But when we say we have it, what's to say the guy's just not going to say, "Okay, hand it here. I'll go give it to whoever owns it," or like I don't know how that.
And we'll say no.
We do not trust for this person to return it. We want to give it directly, especially if it comes from Tatia, who is a member of their people. She is one of them, so she knows how important it is, and she does not trust this bourgeoisie lumber owner to treat them correctly.
It's not allowed to be touched by non-Parisian hands.
I want to clarify. When you say you're giving him something, you mean the symbols, not the bird, right?
Symbols.
We,
yeah.
the symbol.
Just check.
We
Bird's
do
a
not
secret.
want to give him the bird. We will give them. We will go back there with the symbol and say, "Hey, we found this over by the miners where we were passing out more leaflets, and we found these symbols. They are clearly part of these people. They have been identified by our beautiful Tatia, and she wishes to give them back because she knows how important they are."
Now, to be clear, as far as the bird is concerned, I thought we gave that back.
You
Yeah,
did.
we weren't
You
allowed
did.
to have it.
You don't have it. He didn't trust you.
And we're not supposed to refer to it.
Exactly. Exactamundo.
But we should just try to return the symbols, and whoever takes back the symbol is most likely the spy.
And
Yep.
then what?
The spy?
I mean,
Well, then we carve out their heart. No, I'm
no,
I
we're
am
not.
kidding, of course. We just we keep an eye on them and see what we can find. But we have a direction in which to point our snoopers.
Do we want to bring some drinks and kind of half invite ourselves to the nighttime festivities? I did reconnoiter, and they did have a low key party kind of thing, and there was some music we heard, or I heard.
I mean, it's nighttime. You can still kind of. The whole place is closed, though, so it's. The compound is closed. They're inside the compound, so you would have to somehow get inside the compound to join the party, so to speak.
We're not pressed for time. I mean.
Yeah,
so,
I was wondering if we wanted to wait till the next night, about when it starts getting to sundown, that we can go and.
You always want to go at night.
Well, I mean, the thought was the whole invite ourselves to the party where they'll dance with those symbols, right? And that might be a decent distraction if one of us wants to go out and do any investigation.
Well, I'm assuming it's not an entire tribe of dancers. There's probably only one or two dancers.
I thought that we were just going to take the symbols down there and then just see whoever happens to pop back up with them. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be at day or night, correct?
True.
No, we can go whenever. I just was suggesting that only from the perspective of that's when they dance and have their party. That's all.
It's okay. Well, I don't want to be presumptuous that they want to invite us to a party, but I feel that if we make nice with them enough for them to do so, that would be to our advantage. So would we like to rest up and... Oh, bird. Would we like to rest... Squirrel! These quails that keep...
No, we were not allowed to keep the bird. We had to give it back. They did not trust us with it.
No, the quail just ran across my fence.
Tatia, you are mistaken. We gave the bird back.
Yes, we don't have the bird.
Bird. Bird is the word.
Quail on my fence.
We don't mention the bird.
Yes, we were specifically told to not bring it up.
And we're probably not supposed to spread too much word that there's a Technic League spy probably in town either. Just identify them. So this will give us an idea of who it might be, but we still need to find proof somehow.
Yeah, do we say Sandville Trent sent us, or do we do Hail Hydra and someone's here? How does that work?
I'm pretty sure Sandville Trent isn't well known. If they're here for the Technic League, they might be investigating Cassandra Lee, so they might respond to that. And I mean, it's going to be suspicious that somebody was investigating around Sweetwater, or not Sweetwater.
Badwater.
Badwater.
You can call it Sweetwater. I mean, it's all a matter of perspective, right?
Yes. But that's not a place people normally go, so there's going to be some suspicion there, but I just don't know how we put all the pieces together.
So let's lead it through. What time are you approaching the compound again?
Lunchish?
Why not?
Brunch.
Brunch
Throw some
is
sandwiches.
time. Only if we can have a mimosa first.
Mimosas are important at brunch.
Very much.
It's funny.
All right, so so we rest up.
Yes, night passes. It's the morning. So we're asking, when are you approaching? You're approaching around lunchtime?
Yes.
Okay. What is the plan?
Tatia is going to tell them that we found the symbols and she wishes to return them to the owner. And at that point, we will know who the owner is.
Sounds good.
So Tatia, does Tatia see the owner right away?
I mean, you don't know who the owner is, right?
That lumberjack guy?
It's
owner
not
of the
the
lumberyard?
lumberjack guy.
No, it's definitely not the lumberjack guy. I mean, it could be. Let's not judge here, but he probably isn't a Varisian dancer.
No,
I thought you meant the owner of the compound, not the owner of the symbols.
correct.
We don't know who the owner of the symbols are.
Oh, yes. Then yes, you do see Heddick as he's walking around.
Great. So then I go. The Tatia walks over to him I show him the symbols.
Hello again. How can I help you? Come to harass my guests some more.
Oh gosh, I'm very sorry about that. If you could, please forgive me. I was just hoping to bring these back and see if we could get them back to the rightful owner.
They do look like they belong to some Varisians, but you're a Varisian, aren't you? That's fair.
Yeah, that's why I think they belong with the owner. I'd be missing these if they were mine.
Okay, you can go see it.
All right.
There's a couple of ladies over there. I'm not sure. Well, it could be a gentleman's symbol too, I suppose.
Okay. Where are they at?
They're over there by the Vardos.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Is it all right if I go and talk to them?
Sure.
All right. Thank you very much.
I will attempt to follow Tatia.
Okay, he lets you follow.
Your champion.
Give a little bow as we go by.
Mhm.
Your champion.
I do one of these to him to let him know that I am watching for the workers of the world.
The workers of the world. Oh my God. For all the workers of the world.
Power to the people!
Workers of the world.
All right. So now what?
So you approach the Vardo. There are 6 coloured wagons circled around a central campfire, just in the corner of the lumber mill.
I'm gonna whisper to Alexander. Hey, do we know if this head of disguise works on Technic League? Do they have any kind of things that would detect people like you? Are you in danger here?
Probably not. No more than anywhere else.
And if you need to, so you look like you're basically a demi-human at this point, right?
Human, yes.
Okay. How about
He definitely looks like a human. As long as he doesn't take the hat off, or somehow the hat falls off.
Yeah, then I'll put it on and look like a different human.
It might be similar, but it's never good. So that's the problem. The hat doesn't allow you to be a specific human. You just put it on and go, I'd like to look like a human that vaguely looks like this, and it makes it happen. The spell isn't specific. You can't be the same human twice.
Luckily, I don't have to sleep, so I can keep the hat on and.
There you go.
In fact, you could just bolt it through one of your head ports.
It's true.
You should
hat pin.
Stapled on.
you should attach an elastic under the chin.
Like a little party hat.
Oh,
So
goodness.
cute.
Let me tell you how little you want to take a staple to the top of the head.
I can imagine.
Have you done that? Is that where somebody stapled the top of your head? What the fuck?
I've never had the top. I've had my forehead stapled a few times.
Oh, I'm
What
gonna
are
say
you,
the
Vivian
top of
from
your,
the Young Ones?
A
the
few
top
times.
of your head's gotta fucking hurt. That's gotta be a serious amount of money if somebody's pushing fucking staples into bone.
Like right here. Just
Yeah.
Cook.
Was that like a 50?
Was that a
Yeah.
bet? Or
Pay gig.
I've done it for 40. Like you can staple 220s to my forehead.
Jesus. What's a testicle staple, Nick?
God.
100.
How about $40 silver?
If you can get the staple through them.
No, he's gonna put them in 40 separate Ziploc bags and staple those.
Not technically a testicle staple, but a ball sack staple.
That's
Like,
I was gonna ask for that clarification because that's a big difference. I think a Franklin's a little lowballing, no pun intended, for that kind of.
yeah.
Damn.
You can staple my nutsack for $100.
What about PA?
What?
What about the scrot to the forehead? What's that?
I'm not that flexible.
No. He means your scrot to his forehead.
Oh, I mean that'd still be a hundy.
The junkyard dog.
I mean, nobody would want it afterwards. I hope
that's
you
like
wash these
It's
before
like a
taking them
forced
to the
metallic teabagging.
Yeah, we're getting into tainted love here soon.
Okay, so you head towards the Vardos. You see a number of people wandering around.
Tatia walks up to the person closest to her that seems to make eye contact with her.
It seems to make eye contact. I like that.
I'm not gonna walk up to somebody and be like, "Yo, motherfucker, turn around and look at me."
Bonjour, people.
Like
How are you
Engage
doing?
in the eye region, then I know that maybe I can talk to them, or maybe they'll want to look at my boobs.
I mean, they might. Hang on, I've just launched back into the game as my GM side because apparently I was logged in as the recorder on both consoles. There we go. Now things make more sense. I have all the buttons instead of half the buttons.
Cheers.
And there's less confusion. Somebody making us drink. Oh, thank you.
Exactly. Trick.
Like I said before, I've already had 2 cocktails before you bastards began, so.
Woo,
Yeah,
celebrating
but you've had a half
here,
hour to
folks.
sober up, so.
No, I was celebrating Patel's promotion.
Oh!
Also, I now have an MBA, which arrived in the mail today, so that's a good thing.
Yay.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate
did you
it.
ever get that? Did you ever get that shirt? I thought you might try to wear it.
Oh, it was you! It didn't actually tell me who sent it.
Oh, odd. They were supposed to come in the same freaking package.
It didn't. It just arrived in literally a plastic envelope.
Well, that's.
I meant to ask and totally forgot, but it is funny. Thank you.
Oh man.
It's pretty funny. It says MBA when your BS is not enough, which is pretty cute.
I thought it was good. My goal was to have it so that you could wear it anywhere.
I like that. It's not good for swearing on it. Look at this. Look, Leah got me a shirt. Let me see if I can stand. Hang on, I'm gonna stand.
Is this the Jawa orgy scene? No.
No, it's got like little dice guys. Like
I've seen
adventuring.
that.
So cute.
I'm wiggling my nipples for tips now. So,
Just the tip.
Hal Amaranth.
I mean, sure. I'll take
Halaranth.
I'll take her income if nothing else.
Wait. When you say income, you mean the money, not.
$20 is $20, Bill. All right, so you approach the Vardos. There are 6 wagons and a few other things kind of circling a centralized campsite. There are people wandering around, gentlemen and ladies.
And who walks up? Who notices Tatia first?
The first person you see is a fairly young Varisian male. He is tending the fire and he kind of glances at you as you walk across.
And so I begin to approach him.
Okay.
Okay.
He stands up and he walks towards you with his arms spread wide in Varisian greeting. Greetings, little sister.
Greetings. How are you?
I am good, thank you very much. It is nice to see one of our people here. It is far from home.
Yes, it is very far. I wanted to come by.
So quick, so fast. You have been away a very long time. You are welcome. Sit by the fire. I will bring you a drink. And your friends are welcome too.
Thank you. I will call them over. So
they're literally following you, I assume.
I know that thing was following Tatia, but
no, they were basically all following you.
All right, everybody's up my butt, so we're all gonna go around the fire.
Well, but these are your people,
the party
so we're
is.
definitely letting you lead. Yeah, exactly.
You sit by the fire. He brings drinks. It's some kind of sweet, you think alcoholic drink that he hands around. To Varisia.
Merci beaucoup. To the workers of the world.
Also to the workers of the world. I see you have a cause there, little one.
I hand him a IWW pamphlet.
I've got to say, the last French frog type people that I had in a game were all about the revolution.
So is it knowledge alchemy to figure out what's in this drink?
I mean, you can just taste it, but yes, absolutely.
I think you wanted to find out before.
Oh, you could
Well,
smell it,
I'd have
sure.
to sample it pretty much, but you know.
Sure, make a roll. You'll have to sip it, probably.
Oh wait, no, I don't have knowledge. That's not a knowledge. There's craft alchemy.
Craft alchemy, yes.
31.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Wasn't even trying. Yes. Could do with a little more cinnamon. It's some kind of heavily herbal drink. Is slightly sweet, but it is alcoholic. It's not very alcoholic. It's some kind of herbal liquor.
Cool.
Very nice.
Cheers. So, tell me about yourself, my friend.
I travel like all of us do. We travel a lot. It is what we do.
It is.
I am Nikolai.
Say that again.
Nikolai.
Nikolai. Nikolai. It's very nice to get to sit with you around here tonight. Thank you very much for inviting us. I actually
Never trust someone named Nick.
What?
Bro. Never trust
Like,
anyone.
like a kitty.
Right? That's Nicodemus. Different. Little sister, how long have you been away from home?
Oh gosh, it has been too long.
It is always too long. We cycle around down here, but we always want to go home to the mountains and the forests.
It's so true, and I miss it very much.
And you are.
Yes,
Nick.
I am Tatia.
Tatia, nice to meet you, Tatia. And your
Thank you.
friends.
Yes. These are my friends. I almost said Nicodemus.
That's fine. He's there. He's a giant tiger.
These are my friends. We have Sing.
It's clobbering time.
We have Alexander.
It's clobbering time. Nice to meet you, Alexander.
Nice to meet you, Nikolai.
Kiernan Fent.
And Kiernan,
My pleasure.
One from a far realm, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Been many places.
Hmm.
Home is wherever I put my feet up.
I have met some of your people. You travel something like we do, but not really. I have interest in it. It is interesting to me. A people from the darkness.
Very much so, but I have never been to Varisia. Very interested to hear of your homeland.
Beautiful place. You should make a trip. Much better than this blasted wasteland.
Can't argue with that. We have seen many strange animals warped by the twisted and steaming fetid swamps.
Varisia has its mix of animals. I mean, the werewolf problem is becoming something that is almost out of hand.
Werewolf?
Werewolf, yes.
Werewolf.
Werewolf. Over there, wolf, you know? Werewolf.
What knockers?
Bruja?
We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
They call me Buligup. How are you today, my friend?
It is me to meet you, little one. Grippli, I had a friend a long time ago who was Grippli.
Did you get over it?
No, he never grew an inch.
I've
But
been-
he was a brave one. He was brave until the end. A powerful, powerful cleric.
Ooh. It sounds like you've had many good adventures.
That is what we do. We live life. That is what we do. To life! He downs his drink.
Life!
To life!
Picks up more and pulls
L'chaim.
everyone.
L'chaim, l'chaim to life.
Right? Multicultural. I like that. That could work. Topo Chico, have they sponsored you yet?
No, sadly.
They don't know what they're missing. They really don't. And you have a trench coat and everything.
I know.
Right.
I could go around with Topo Chicos and just be like, Topo Chico.
Exactly. And no pants.
You hate pants.
Or you could get a special ring with a bottle opener on your dick, and then be like, Topo Chico! People could be like, oh, thanks. They could pick up. Yeah.
I like the way you think.
Hey, I'm here for the marketing opportunities.
See the Twitch money coming in. And apparently, RPG MP3 now owns LittleNickReacts.com. So
We do actually now own LittleNickReacts.com. So Nick, if you ever want to do reaction videos, we could totally go to the website for you. Especially if it's LittleNickReacts.com.
Just
It
one
says
Nick
that-
up.
It
we
says
could get
the
like
site
a
cannot
special
be-
measure of some kind, and you know.
I mean, I would say
Maybe
like
we could call it the bulgometer or something.
I would say it's like average, like medium to average. Like
Oh, you like well, no, it's little as in it's not the main U.
oh, okay, I see.
I'd rate it meat and all 3 potatoes.
That's right, all 3 potatoes.
I took Lance Armstrong's to try and gain his power, but turns out it was just drugs.
Christ.
Oh, man.
well, I'll continue to contribute to the drink as well. I've got some mead here that figured we would contribute to the festivities and not be mooches.
No, my friend, you do not contribute here. It is not our way. It is our place, and it is our hospitality.
I graciously accept your hospitality, and I thank you.
You're welcome. Should I come to your place? Then yes, I will absolutely accept your drink, sir. But while you are here and we are able, you are more than welcome.
Definitely.
So, what brings you here, little sister, other than the need to talk about the homeland, I guess, and listen to our dulcet tones?
Well, you know me well. I do have something else to that brought me here, but
We
I
are
really
so
enjoy the company.
rarely just visiting these days, are we not?
And Tatia pulls the symbols out and says, we happen to find these, and I was just hoping that I could get them back to the owner, because I know they would miss them.
Yes. Yes, that does look like a Varisian symbol. We have a number of ladies with us, but only one of them is a dancer. Ilaris is her name. We picked her up maybe a week or two before we arrived here in Iadenveigh.
Ah, okay. Where at?
To the west a little.
Okay, west of Iadenveigh. Get you. Thank you, thank you. And Ilaris, you said was her name,
Yes,
correct?
Ilaris. She was a good dancer. I have not seen her this morning.
Oh, well, that is a shame. I always love a good dance.
I'm sure we could arrange something later.
That would be a lot of fun.
Heyo.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Yes, Ilaris, I saw her last
If it's
night.
going
She
to be
seemed...
that kind of party. Fill up my drink again, friends.
Am I that ugly yet? It is a shame to be younger. Hi, Laris, I saw her last night. She seemed concerned about something. She kept looking at the gate. I did wonder. She is a flighty one, that one, even for our people.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And you said
Flighty
you had...
how? Like distracted, or she seemed to be just not really. I mean, I've just met you and I feel extremely welcome. If she's from Varisia, surely it wouldn't be she's not feeling at home amongst you. What do you think it is?
Sometimes we get the lust to be away. We have been here a number of days, almost a week now, and it's not uncommon for our people to want to walk the roads.
Oh, but gosh, these Badlands.
It is
Alone?
just a different kind of adventure.
Oh, alone would seem foolish, but
Everything has its own beauty to it.
She has her ways. She has her abilities, I think. She is not completely defenseless. That would be naive. No Varisian is defenseless.
Few people who last long in Numeria are.
No, but she is nervous, I think. She was nervous last night. Something had her on edge. I have not seen her this morning. That is her Vado there. Maybe we should check on her if you are concerned for her.
She might be looking for these very symbols. They might have significant meaning to her. I mean, hopefully that's
unlikely. We are not the type of people to put stock in many physical objects. Yes, we would lose something, but you could replace it. It is not.
Oh, I was not aware. I apologize.
No, it is fine. We are about moving and learning experiences, views, sights, things are not. They are a shackle of the people who farm the land.
You do not let the material values dictate who you are as a person?
I mean, no, I own some nice things that I have collected, but each one has significance to me as something I have seen or a place I have visited. It is more there to remind me of this rather than to be a thing on a shelf to own.
That's a pretty positive outlook of the world.
Yes, and it is a world to experience. I want to see as much of it as possible before I die, and then I will have all the stories for the young children around the fire.
That is such a beautiful image.
Thank you. So, if you want, Ilaris's Vado is there. Please, feel free, knock and see if she is there. Maybe she is sleeping. Maybe she is sick.
Would you like us to go with you, Tatia, or do you want to go yourself?
I would suggest that a lady should probably investigate a lady's Vado before
Absolutely.
you all burst in, of course.
Of course.
Your decorum is important here. Gentlemen all. And while she is there, we shall drink. He pours you all a new drink.
I hope Ilaris is not sick. The symbols were found near Badwater, which...
I hear from the locals that place has dark tales. I hear that Red Fang is Red Fang because of Badwater.
Boy, that was for effect, wasn't it?
Is your dog playing Jenga?
Oh, y'all are watching my... Ditto is... It's still thundering outside, I get. And, You know, it's just like.
Plus, you're out west and you have brainless asshats that shoot off fireworks too. I'm sure that's helping.
Oh my gosh.
Out west, is that just a thing that happens out west? Because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen right here
Stuff
too.
happens out here. There's BLM land everywhere.
Well, I'm on the edge of the res here.
There are so many bodies buried out there. Nevada is nuts. Sorry, Nevada.
Nevada?
I don't want to ever call it that. It's Nevada. Evan says Nevada, and I'm like, no! All right. So Tatia walks over to Ilaris, like Ilarus.
I believe there's 2 R's. Ilaris, Ilaris.
Okay. All right. So Tatia walks to where Ilaris is staying and goes to investigate.
There's a couple of dogs wandering around Ilaris's bardo. They bark as you approach, and they're scared of the lightning.
I need to take like 5.
You need to get him a thunder shirt.
Yeah, let me do like just a short timeout. We're gonna do like a little intermission here. I need to focus on the dog for like 1 or 2 minutes to try to figure out what's going on.
So Nick will hum the song, the little girl from Ipanema or whatever.
Thunder shirt, Whit. Thunder shirt.
Yeah. So, Nikolai, do you have any objection to magic?
No, not at all. I have no problems. I have seen some marvelous and beautiful things. Also some horrifying and terrible things. But magic, I believe, is one of those things that is put to purpose, like a tool, no different than a hammer or a lathe.
Indeed.
Yes, open flame could be used for good or evil, and it's how it is used, right? As the lovely fire we are enjoying here could hardly be called evil.
I think that magic is a larger temptation than a fire. I think that those who wield it must have concern with regards to their moral applications of the tool, but that is no different than a sword to some.
Or a
Perhaps,
fire.
yeah. Yes, I know a druid circle south that might feel differently about how fire's used, but that's a story for another time. I'm going to take another drink from the drink, and I'm going to use that, because I have those VMod goggles on with the black chip.
Okay,
And I'm just going to try to...
You're wearing tech goggles?
You're wearing tech goggles?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've been wearing them, right? Because they give me pluses to perception and all that, but they also do magnification. So I'm going to keep an eye on
You've
Tatia.
been wearing your tech goggles in town?
Oh, I guess that's why I had that. That's why I just added the plus back. So that must have been why I took the plus off, because I wasn't wearing them. Good point. Good catch. Thank you.
I think everybody unteched into a sack, didn't you? Or
Exactly.
stored your obvious technology.
I think I did keep my clip though.
Yeah,
I
think that's difficult to. It's not an obvious thing. A lot of people have equipment that's made of scrap, and it doesn't necessarily look indifferent to that. It's just a piece that's connected to your. It's not like an obvious thing, like a goggles with like wiggly lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do have a robot's head helmet.
I mean, that's just a piece.
That's
of
like a
rubbish.
trophy. Yeah. However,
they're not anti-trophy or anti-metal. They're anti-technology, which is working tech. They might look at you funny for wandering around with a robot's head on, but it's just a helmet, right?
It won't exactly warm us up to the Technic League spy approaching us proactively to say, hey, what's the secret safe word? You know, they'll be like, wait, I can't talk to these people. They have a freaking robot head on their head.
The secret safe word is woofy dog. So what are you doing? Where are you going in? You get to the door of the Vardo. It is a bright, bright blue.
It is bright, bright what?
Blue.
Would you say
blue?
Would you say blue. that the caravan is periwinkle blue?
I mean, it could be. Maybe it's more of an
like
electric.
Sky blue.
It's more of an electric blue.
If we buy a caravan, will they throw in a dog as well when we buy it?
Yeah, maybe. What the fuck song is that?
No, it's from Snatch.
Oh.
They always throw the dog in with and the caravan, they want them to buy Mickey's mom. Like, they say all this stuff, but then you just hear, Periwinkle Blue.
That's funny. Periwinkle Blue. I haven't seen that in ages.
The dog.
He's helping you out. It's like, it's what Nicodemus is doing.
No, he's not. He's just whining and whining and
Oh, he's sad. Get him a thunder shirt, you terrible woman.
Oh, Acid Honey makes a good point.
What?
The people might like me more. This guy hates tech so much, he ripped one's head off.
That is true.
Since they have no objection to magic, I'm going to do some prestidigitation to try and entertain Nikolai while Tatia goes to
You're
the bar.
prestidigitating to entertain?
Yeah.
There's no problem with that. You can play with the fire and do all of that nonsense.
Can I try and pull a coin out from behind his
Woo!
Just not a silver disc.
Just notice. Well, I mean, you could pull a silver disc out too.
Okay, I'm going to roll to try and pull a coin out from behind his ear.
Okay, sleight of hand. Oh, Jesus,
Nice.
that's a 20. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Okay, you pull a coin out. He's like, the old classics are often the best.
So
No, I also heard for 40 gold, he'll staple his scrotum to his leg.
100.
100. I'm sorry.
100 gold for you to staple your. Jesus Christ. Okay. It doesn't
So
get any focus
Tatia
on
is looking around Ilaris's tent
Bardo.
Wagon?
It's a
Gypsy wagon.
yeah.
wagon.
It's a wagon.
Think Stromboli from Pinocchio, right?
Yeah, basically.
So I looks around. Is looking inside the wagon.
So you're just walking in. You're not knocking.
I am listening to a dog bark in my ear. Hold on
I
a
got you.
second.
That's fine. The wagon is.
It's
empty.
not nearly as distracting to us as it is to you, apparently.
Make me perception checks. Oh yeah, that does a great job on your hair. You look very sleek. I like the face. It's like it's like a bulldog licking piss off a thistle.
God damn it.
I like that. I'm going to use that.
That's disgusting and funny.
It's a good old metaphor.
Oh my god. Okay, so Tatia can now hear a little bit better.
Hi,
Hey, Thing, now's the time that we need to do the random encounter when she's in there and we're sipping drinks around a fire.
Right. That's
Get another murder ball in there.
Tatia walks up to the wagon and checks to see if there is anything that looks like it might be out of place, maybe a door or a window or some sign that there is activity currently going on of any kind as she's approaching.
Caravan
You can
shaking.
make me a perception check.
All right, I should actually get here and open my sheet. I haven't looked at the map the whole time because there's been no need to. Okay, there we go. Character sheet.
Hey, you're making a roll for the first time in 26 months.
I know, right?
17. You look around, from first blush, it appears this place is relatively tidy, but as you kind of glance around, you realize that somebody packed up some stuff with haste.
Does
We tipped our hand.
what appears to have been shuffled around? Is there? Does it look like blankets? Did they take any food?
It looks like the majority of what they've taken is clothing. Possibly something. There's some kind of locker next to the bed, and it looks like a lot of that has been, whatever was in there has been taken.
So it definitely appears as if somebody knew that they were going to be leaving in a hurry and probably not coming back.
Right. It doesn't look well. I mean, they may be coming back with a bazooka. But,
Tal, I'm specifically keeping one eye on this wagon just because I know she's gone in it. Now I'm assuming the shutters or whatever you call it are closed and that she needs some kind of light to see by. So what I'm specifically looking for is fast moving shadows. Like there might be a scuffle. I'm not trying to metagame, but if there's like fast moving shadows, then there might be some kind of action or combat going on, right?
The Vardo's not far from the fire, so you would hear anything that happened unless they silenced her somehow.
Yeah, but I'm indulging heavily with my hedonistic negative trait, so I'll consider myself inhibited if we do get into combat recently.
Okay. So you search around and you don't find anything particularly. In fact, if anything, it looks like there's not really any personal items here at all, which seems odd to you as a Varisian, because normally when you travel, you'd be surrounded by memories of family, personal items from here and there, things you pick up on the road. There's really none of that. It's like the most sterile Vardo you've ever been in.
Hey, does anyone else hear like a noise, like a?
Yes. Like some type of.
I can hear a whining. Yeah, you're right. No, I couldn't say that.
Oh, no, it's really
quite
faint.
Quiet.
My PC fan keeps kicking on.
No, I definitely own. I hear a sound that pops up every time that Hal talks.
Actually, it could be my computer because I can't.
Good job, Whit. I was hearing silence until Hal did talk, and you're right.
I can't move my mic. It's because I can't move my microphone. It's closer to my computer than it would normally be because the cable's trapped.
Gotcha. I went on mute, and I could still.
Is it particularly bad?
No.
No.
Okay, as long as it's not, let me try and move.
It's not like it's a dog barking or anything. I mean, really.
Right? It's not as bad as
thanks.
a dog, but hang on, let's see if I can pull some paper. Hang on, I have a little more play. Does that help?
I think so, yeah. I also just wanted to make sure it wasn't like my speakers doing something and like just only me hearing it, you know? Like sometimes you get like static.
Like a weird wire or whatever.
Like when you start smelling toast.
Yes.
ASMR noise.
Gross.
Now we're collecting donations from on Patreon so that Hal stops doing that.
That's right. I'm just gonna put it down as a sound bed on everything I release until somebody pays me a huge amount of money.
Exactly, and then
All of a sudden, there's a $1 million contribution.
and the next podcast, I'll start off completely naked, and people will pay to force me to put clothes on.
Jesus Christ. I don't know whether I could run for that, Bill. I'm sorry. I might just be too aroused.
You'll be riding around in the boat that we bought with the $1 million that we got because Hal was licking his microphone.
$1 million.
Yeah.
That's
be like, I'm on a boat.
Licking my microphone. Okay. So, anything else you're doing in this wagon?
Detect magic.
Sure.
Smart.
All right.
You cast detect magic. You scan around. It doesn't seem like there's anything magical in this wagon at all.
All right. And I take one good look around to see if I notice anything else. And do I? Should I roll perception one more time?
Already had perception. Stop being greedy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You find nothing. They say that it's the strangest Vardo you've been in. Even with taking stuff that you would, like, if you were bugging out, it doesn't feel like a place someone would live to travel.
Yeah.
It seems very alien. It's like almost like they bought it and made it look like a Vardo without actually making it look like a Vardo.
Yeah. All right. So Tatia walks away from the Vardo and goes towards the group.
Is that a whistling
What the hell
noise?
was that?
Yeah.
That's my dog.
The dog's whistling?
No, Ditto. He's whining like.
Oh,
mad
that's
crazy.
him whining. Why don't you just like cuddle him, poor thing?
You gotta see like a 6-pack a day smoker. Jesus Christ, he's like.
Because he's like 40 pounds. He's huge. Here, hold on a second. I will go get him to come.
So once she emerges from the Vado, Kiernan kind of like visibly relaxes a little bit, and I'll down the rest of my drink.
Okay.
I'm still concentrated on making little flames dance in the shape of Androphan.
So several others come and join the fire. Several others come and join the fire, and they kind of sit and watch your performance, and they give you a round of applause, and they all join in the drinking, and it seems like people have kind of stopped what they're doing to pay you some attention and welcome you. They shake hands. Seem very familial. You found out that Nikolai, some of these people are his brothers. One of the ladies is his sister.
Are any of them hot? Because I don't really care.
I mean,
hot as in you set them on fire by accident, or hot as an attractive, or
sure. A very role-playing answer. What did she just do?
I think the doggy is doing something because she had wide eyes and freaked out.
He's probably
Of course, the cat is going up onto the Keurig coffee maker in the background and doing something about it.
It's making itself a coffee. It's like I'm a cat. I'm gonna be up all night for fuck's sake.
Sure.
I brew my coffee with catnip.
That's so funny.
At least made an espresso for the cat.
Exactly. Espresso with catnip, you can smell colors, man.
Espresso with catnip.
They do make cat wine out of catnip.
Cat
The
wine?
cats didn't like it though. Yeah.
There's
humans like it, or
no? It's made specifically for cats. It's basically a brewed catnip in liquid form.
Okie dokie then.
Okie dokie.
They market it as wine.
Is it actually wine?
I don't believe so.
It might be so low on the alcohol content that it would be not licensed the same way.
Alcohol to pets. So.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, ooh.
No, they just market it as wine and sell it as a cabaret and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Cabernet.
Almost like a tea at that point.
I was about to say Tatia returns to camp, but Tatia has vanished, so she can't really tell you what she saw yet.
She vanished. We have to attack the caravan. Kill them all.
I'm thinking she's probably wrapping her dog in a blanket and sticking it on some Velcro to the wall. Like the barfly, but for dogs.
No, she probably read the comment in Twitch about sticking peanut butter on the nose and just having to go out.
I mean, if you put too much peanut butter on, it's going to stop breathing, right?
Oh, you don't. It's not a snuff film. You don't do that. They also say put peanut butter on a piece of bread and then hand it to the dog with the peanut butter side up, and then it sticks to the top of their mouth, and they spend all night trying to.
Just don't put peanut butter on your genitals.
Yeah, right. Well, unless you want that kind of attention. Hello, Ford. Say hi, Ford.
Hi, Ford.
Hey, Ford.
Ford. He's a good cat. So, while we wait for Whit, what's anyone been doing this past many weeks? I know Nick had some shows. How did they go?
They went pretty well. I mean, I did obviously have to drop out of that one show.
Oh, yeah, I heard all about that. That's a bit contentious, is it not?
Uh-oh, what happened there?
Was that a safety issue, I think, right?
Ted Cruz showed up? Or
So, at a venue in Dallas, there was an aerial performer who requested that their music be kept low so that they could communicate with their rigger during because they were doing straps, which you have to be raised and lowered when you do straps a lot of times. And so they asked for the music to be kept low because they had a new person on belay. And the venue owner, or one of the venue owners who was running sound, was very upset with the troupe that was performing that night and turned the music up quite loud. So the aerialist was stuck in the air and could not get down for a second because no one could hear her saying that she needed to be lowered more. Basically the rope had jumped the pulley,
Oh.
which I mean can happen, you know,
Yeah,
if you've
and
ever
it's stuck at that point, right?
yeah, if you've ever used a pulley system, you can get stuck, or the rope can get stuck.
I mean, Wile E. Coyote taught me that at a young age, really.
Yeah. And so then like after the show, the owner came backstage and the performer was obviously quite distraught about the situation and said, I could have been killed. And the owner responded by mocking her by going like, "Oh, I could have been killed."
The dick.
Yeah, and so
It's a safety issue, not like I don't like this music because it's rap or something. You know,
yeah,
what I mean?
no, it was, and so yeah, they so then after hours or after the show, the owner also got incredibly drunk and started smashing bottles. And it later came out that issues like this is not the first time there have been issues like this.
Of course
and people were actually warned not to anger him because he might do something like that because he's vindictive. And so
Jesus.
I felt that it was both from a safety and ethical standpoint, not right for me to perform at that venue while these people were still in charge of things.
Good for you, man. That's good. Solid integrity of that.
Yeah, gotta, stand up for the workers of the world.
Stand up for the workers. So I think a lot of people have done the same. I've seen that passing through my Facebook about this stuff for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, is Alexander's entertaining the crowd, and I'm drinking and talking and using Mage Hand to help his performance. Are you passing out your union flyers to the?
Oh, absolutely. Just passing out them IWW flyers everywhere.
Fly to the people.
Just assuming you're doing that.
I picture you as the French version of Rick from The Young Ones.
People's
The
poet.
people's poets. What are they gonna do? The people. Rick is dead. The people's poet is dead. Can you actually kill yourself with laxative pills? I don't know, but I'm gonna stay here and look and find out.
Somewhere
World's
between
stickiest
Rick
bottom
and
bogey.
Vivian.
Somewhere between Rick and Vivian. I fully.
There she is. Well, hello.
Sorry.
That's okay. How's your doggy?
Tranquilized.
Right?
Pink fuzzy dart in the neck in the background.
He's not whining for right now. He's sitting next to me licking his butt. So I
Good. Did you put peanut butter on it?
did. No. No. But I think he was scared to poop because of the thunderstorm. And so because it let up, I mean, it's still thundering outside, but I guess it's not really raining right now.
It's
So
hard
he
this
was
time
like,
of year
"Yes,
too with
I
the
can
fireworks.
poop." So then both of them needed to go. And what happened is I saw Ahsoka, which is our puppy who's not fully potty trained yet, and she starts doing the sniff, and I was like, "Ah!" It's
It did look like a dog's about to do business in my house run.
Yeah, you had that deer caught in the headlights look on your eye.
Okay, so Tatia returns from the Vardo.
Yeah, so Tatia walks back and she was like, "Well, that was the most interesting Vardo I think I've ever seen."
I have not been inside there, little sister. Ilaris was very private with her space.
What'd she have to say, Tatia? Do tell. Was she thankful? I'm sure she'd love to have had her item back. Or wait, do I see that you still have it? What happened?
Har. No, I actually, while I was inside, first I checked to see if it looked like anybody had been around, and since nobody was there to let me in, I went ahead and let myself in just to take a peek and make sure she was okay. And it appears that
either she or someone has gathered things in a hurry. Like they might have needed to leave and stay somewhere, but everything inside of her Vardo, it had no personal effects at all. It didn't seem authentic. It just seemed unnatural.
Just very sterile.
I don't know. I mean, didn't you? I don't know.
She would feel it's unnatural. It's non-Varisian, right?
It doesn't seem like, well, it was Varisian in the sense that it was a Vardo and it kind of looked right, but it didn't feel like anybody had lived in it.
Yeah,
like the showroom version.
Everything felt
like the showroom version.
Yes.
It's got some like small versions of.
No personalization whatsoever, as if she just fell out of the sky and began traveling the moment she saw y'all. So anyways, I have nobody to give the symbols to. I don't know what to do with them for right now. Shall I leave them with you?
You say that she has left us? Why would she leave without saying goodbye? We have traveled for weeks together.
I genuinely do not know. I looked for any kind of clue as to where she may have gone. No personal effects for where she has been or where she might be going.
This concerns me greatly. I mean, she was always a bit of a strange one, but she was good at dancing, and those that came to see us were mesmerized by her, and I assumed she had just traveled a lot. She was quiet, but that is not necessarily unheard of. People are allowed to be quiet, even among our people.
Did anybody see her leave?
I will ask. He looks around the fire and everyone's shaking their head. She may have left late in the night. Because we are surrounded by the wall here, we do not put a guard up, not when we are in town. It's part of the reason we stay here. It is restful for us to be able to have a few nights without a watch.
You said she traveled with you for several weeks. How long have you been here in town? Or did you travel several weeks and then you've only been here for how long?
We have been here about a week now, almost a week. We picked her up maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little longer ago, out on the road to the west of town. We are not fast when we travel. The Vardo is not the fastest way to go.
But it's a fun way to travel.
forgive my asking, but did she perhaps have any friends? You know, the late night type of friends.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, she was not that kind of dancer. She was an actual dancer.
No, I know. Yes, but you know, oftentimes the person most likely, if she perhaps did not leave on her own, perhaps you know, when something bad happens to somebody,
you are suspecting she was kidnapped, maybe.
I do not know. I mean, you said that it would be strange for her just to up and leave. Perhaps something happened.
It is possible, but I do not know how anyone. Go on.
Oh, I was just going to say that from what I saw, it did not appear that she left in some kind of a struggle. It was intentional things had been gathered, and she obviously didn't need to or did not want to take the rest of the things, of which there were very few, in her Vardo.
I know that our friend Kiernan has a very keen eye. Perhaps if it is not inappropriate, he can look around just to make sure that she is okay. I mean, his eyesight his ability to notice things out of the ordinary is exquisite. If you do not mind, if it is not an intrusion, perhaps he and some of us may look around.
I think it is wise. If she has been kidnapped, we would like to know this. If she has just left, then also it would be helpful. I mean, she has left behind some possessions here. It is not common to leave one's house behind.
Maybe. I agree. Kiernan, would
You
you
are-
like...
You are most kind, my grippli friend, but perhaps both of us together with your tracking ability is unparalleled. We can both
God.
investigate.
I could just see this like this fetchling and this grippli just like blowing each other at this point.
Well, it's on my bucket list, but if the role
Blow,
is there,
blow
Like,
grippli.
I gotta find a way to get us in. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, let's just go take a look around. Like I gotta fucking play it up somehow.
Yeah, that's fair. Go get it. He's let you in. Go do it.
Right, let's go take a look.
all right. So we basically not roll the place because that would be disrespectful, but kind of like see if there's anything in particular around. Like someone running would kind of leave deep footprints. But is there anything from a secret hollow floorboard or anything like that we can try to find inside the place that might be something that would be hidden that wouldn't be out in the open normal?
Yeah,
I know. So, are you looking outside or inside? Are you starting inside or outside the bathroom?
Starting inside to see if there's like a loose floorboard or any kind of hidden compartment.
Okay, you can make me perception checks inside, and everybody drinks.
Bits.
Hello, tiny human.
Tiny human. Hi. Oh, she went
Hold
out.
me
She hit the
close,
button.
tiny human.
So Buligup rolls a natural 1 and is basically like, look here. No, that's the privy to the.
Buligup's fascinated by how somebody could live in this place. It just seems very not
Found her
normal.
underwear.
But you like the idea of being able to move your house around, so maybe you just need like one of your little grippli houses on wheels. Maybe that would be a cool idea. Maybe you could sell it to your grip. You're just very obsessed with this whole idea.
He just needs an algae pond in the middle, and it's like a little hot tub for a grippli.
Yeah, that's right. Just needs a hot tub in the middle. That's right, with wheels.
For my
So-
hot tub streams.
I got a 20. Kiernan gets a 20.
20. Okay, you look around. This place does seem like somebody packed up and left in a hurry, but also it doesn't seem like they had a lot of stuff to begin with. There's a lot of drawers where stuff kind of gets pushed to the back over time. It doesn't seem like any of that's happened. There's a lot of drawers you suspect have never really been opened.
I was trying to see if there's is there like a false bottom to the cabinet?
Yeah, you look around, you stomp. It seems particularly well made, but there's nothing that you could think of as being. There's no secret compartments that you can find.
Okay.
And did everyone drink just there?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Which
Shall we do survival checks outside then, Buligup?
you can.
We leave there. Everything looks in order. There we go.
23. Okay, you look around. There are a lot of footprints around this site. A lot of people have come and gone in the week that this place has been here. It is incredibly difficult to pick out any specific footprints from the mess.
Is there still the concept, or is there a concept in Pathfinder of assist? Because I would have assisted him, and would that give him a +2 for 25?
Help other, aid other. It would have given him a +2.
Giving him AIDS? What? Wait, what?
Yeah, that's right.
Does Nicodemus have a tracking skill at
Yes, he has scent.
Yes.
I believe he has
Brilliant idea.
Perhaps
Here, sniff these undies that say amaranth stitched into it.
That's fine.
Nicodemus goes.
That's a long word for such small underwear.
He does the Michelle Obama. He goes, like.
What you talking about, Willis?
Well, now I gotta go see what underwear Amaranth is wearing.
Well, she thought Whit posted the picture. I thought she was saying
that was just a picture. What Nick is saying
I thought that
is
was on her Christmas list.
No, Nick's actually hopping on her actual Twitch feed right now, I think.
She's on. Oh, I guess she's probably always on, and it's like
So-
a Friday. So who wouldn't want to watch her and go to town on themselves?
Oh, she's not on right now. She's changing.
If we're going to search for Alaris, could Nikolai provide a basic description?
Yes, she is a Viridian woman, dark hair, dark eyes, looks like a dancer. One would consider her attractive, I think.
There she is, and I pointed at Tatia.
About yay tall?
Yes, about yay tall. He kind of puts about 5'5".
So she is very tall, you say?
Yes, to you, my little friend. Yes, she is incredibly tall.
That's
We are
up to my
looking for a
nipples.
giant.
That 5'5" is to my nipples. Okay, y'all are midgets.
How tall is Buligup?
3'2", right?
2'1".
2'1". Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's so basically you're up to Frodo Baggins's nipples. That's what you are.
And he doesn't he still qualifies as medium. That's amazing.
How does that happen? Seriously.
No, I'm small.
No, he's
Oh.
small. He's small, right? Yeah. Man, you could actually be in a neck pouch on Nicodemus. You don't even need a saddle.
I got a little papoose for my dog.
You gotta put.
You just reminded me of that. I'm like, we need to get one for Nick. I just put him on the front.
A doggy
One
Bjorn.
of us
A
and carry.
grippli Bjorn.
Well, he did Master Blaster on Kedstu for a while.
Yes.
Oh.
But well, he had reach too, so it was like a glaive turret.
Alrighty, so where are we at? Nicodemus is taking a sniff of some shit to track it.
What's he smelling?
That is my question. What is he going to smell?
There's
There
something
aren't
left in.
You
How
know
about the
what?
bed?
Is there bedding?
There is some bedding.
I grab a loose piece of the bedding and
Okay.
put it towards Nicodemus's face so that he can kind of approach it and take a big old whiff.
So
How
he
are you
has.
pushing my face into it? I didn't pee there.
Does he have the track trick? Try and say that after drinking a lot.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, he smells and. Okay, now I need to look up the track trick and see if it actually requires a roll from him.
Say that again. Say that again, Hal. What was it?
The track trick. The track trick.
Like Dark Dungeons?
Wait. Nicodemus is doing
Track-
tricks. Wait.
track-
Oh, that's a jack track.
Right. The chick track, you mean?
God damn it.
Track trick. The animal tracks the scent presented. This requires the animal to have the scent ability. That's it. Doesn't need a roll. Nicodemus kind of sniffs the bedding and wanders around outside for a moment. After a while, he kind of heads out towards the gate, leaving, and you kind of follow him. He seems to be tracking. He's moving pretty slowly.
I would
glad
like
they
to
can come down to
take
magic.
this. Okay,
Yeah.
so I've learned a few things just right now that
Mhm.
I feel the need to share because
Yes.
I was reading the chat talking about dressing up and playing.
Yes.
So I was looking for a frog kigurumi.
First of all, what chat were you reading? I don't. It wasn't our
Which
chat,
chat?
was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Hal needs there's a pug kigurumi. And I haven't found a frog one yet.
There's got
there
to
is
be a frog kigurumi.
I'm just saying I haven't found it yet. I'm on the
Look for Kermit. Look for Kermit.
As long as they don't have an Android one, that's.
But there's Gizmo, which is great. But also
Cute.
Also,
there is a Cerberus kigurumi.
Oh, nice. You need
Really?
a gig one.
is there a Cerberus pug kigurumi?
That's hilarious. Kigurumi.
I'm putting it in.
I saw a
Which chat?
Corgibus one. I saw a Corgibus one, which was like a corgi Cerberus. It's quite hilarious.
Nice.
Now I've got to click on the link to look at this kigurumi, don't I?
Just click link.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. It doesn't look comfy though. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, but you know what though?
Sleeping
October in Michigan, right around Halloween, that's the shizzle right there.
I mean,
it's not even expensive.
I'm pretty sure I played at least one Call of Cthulhu game in my Cthulhu onesie, right?
I think you did, yes.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, you did
So
that.
I also follow Nicodemus.
Okay. Nicodemus heads out from kind of the camp At one point,
is he going slowly because he's focusing, or because he kind of lifts his head and he's not sure, like it's being covered up, or he can't quite get the scent, or like what's the hesitation? I guess I'm wondering.
How are you gonna know?
Does he stop and look around or sniff around, or is he going in a straight line?
Because he suddenly stops to lick his kitty crotch.
He's looking at. He's following the scent as far as you're aware, but occasionally he'll stop and sniff about.
Okay.
So he gets to kind of he's heading towards the gate, but before he gets to the gate, he kind of sidesteps a bit and heads towards a part of the wall about 5 feet from the gate. And then he kind of stops and looks around and looks up as if somebody had climbed the wall.
I'll lead him around to the other side of the wall.
Time to climb?
I mean, you can just go through the gate.
Oh, I was going to say, it goes through but they went over the wall instead of the gate, and the gate's closed?
Because the gate was closed last night.
The gate was closed at night.
Okay.
You know, when this happens, it makes me think of those memes where it's just like GM happy to have found a puzzle in a child's toy, and then it's like the players, this is the hardest thing ever.
Twitch, chat, buy me this.
What is that? Courting frog lightweight mascot costume. What the fuck are you? Chat, buy me this. That's fucking hilarious. What are you
on sale for
saying?
$3.59.
Oh, cheap. Cheap frog costume.
Down from $3.59.
Oh my god, that's hideous. Fucking hell, that's
what
awful.
the hell?
Oh, that is a thing of nightmare.
Oh, it's got a monocle too, which makes it epic.
He needs more.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Hell goes to Frogtown frog.
Oh my god.
that's oh my god, that's horrifying. God, don't scroll down, there's more of it.
But the thing is though, is that in Houston, wouldn't he die?
That's why he needs the additional cooling fan.
I was gonna say there's these two cooling fans that
I think all that's really gonna do is blow hot air into the costume in Houston, honestly.
They put a hair dryer in there. Say again, sorry, I cut you off.
High quality cow mascot.
Oh my god, it's the thing of nightmares. There's a fish one that has legs. It's horrifying.
Turtle one.
These creatures are not part of the plan. I'm sorry. We're messing with stuff that should never have happened. Frogs shouldn't have monocles.
Just because they could doesn't mean that they should.
Exactly right. Life should never find this way.
Did Frog have a monocle?
You mean Toad?
Toad.
Neither Frog nor Toad had monocles, I guess.
I don't think so. I don't think of Toad had a monocle. He did have a fast car, though. Beep, beep.
Oh, I thought this was from the book.
Wind in the Willows?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Oh, we could do a Watership Down.
The Disney
fucking
Watership
Down is the most traumatizing thing I ever saw as a kid. They'd
be
like,
no shit.
Let's roll it out at Christmas and put it on the television. And everyone's like...
Well, actually, the most traumatizing thing as a kid was probably the...
I'm guessing Whit's never seen the original... Watch Watership Down, the original.
Oh.
Watership Down?
Watership Down. It's about bunnies. You'll really like it.
I mean, the new one was pretty epic.
No.
They did it?
No, no. Yeah, they remade it. Don't watch the new one. Watch the original.
The animated Black Cauldron they did was a little creepy too.
The
original was awesome with Kurgi.
What did they do with the Black Cauldron?
Well, they made an animated version of it that was...
Wasn't the original animated?
Yeah, the original's animated, right?
So they did a new version of the Black Cauldron?
No, they refused to do it because they got enough complaints over the first one.
Right, because it had a creepy story and there was dead people walking around.
Yeah.
And it was rather un-Disney, and I'm surprised they managed to get it out.
I'm sorry. What is Disney? Because if you go back to the original
it's
cartoons
pretty much
of Disney, all the Disney cartoons had at least one parent get killed.
Sure, but it didn't have
usually
zombies
off camera.
And terrible murder.
Off camera. That's true. They didn't actually see them murdered. It was just
you know how little that mattered to me when I watched it as a child? Enough that, like, I didn't even remember. I know, like, there's the creepy guy with the hat. That's the dead guy, right?
Chat's talking about the Fox and the Hound.
Oh my God, no. You want to
It's a
talk
good
about
story.
crying forever because you can't be friends because you're different.
Meanwhile, I was like
Hell
6
no.
or 7 watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I turned out okay.
Would this tracking go easier if we could talk to Nicodemus?
So you're
I
talking
mean,
about taking a tab of acid? Or
It
something?
depends if you're going to distract him like you distract me.
All right, so are we gonna go through this gate?
Yeah,
Yes.
you follow him around the gate and he picks up the scent on the other side and starts heading off towards Badwater.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I surmise. Wait, did any of the versions follow us?
Not
Or are
unless
we
you
now
want-
alone?
Not unless you want them to.
Okay, good. I surmise is likely the spy. She was looking in Badwater for something probably underground that the toxic stuff's coming from, possibly related to Cassandra Lee, and that's where she went to hide when we caused a disturbance at the gate last night. And
Flipped your hand. Tipped
Yes.
your hand. Maybe. Sounds feasible. Almost even potentially correct.
it's
Then
been known to
let's
happen
go
once.
investigate.
What are you
Right,
gonna
so what
do?
we need to do is we need to have, okay, you and Scooby go that way, and then Daphne and I will go. Okay.
All right. So I guess we continue to
Are you putting yourself as Fred all of a sudden?
Well, I do have an awesome ascot that like Fred had, so I just
so it
Somewhere.
seems only right, you know.
well, I mean, Buligup is green, so therefore he's Shaggy, right? Because he's got the green shirt.
Oh, I
Anyway.
thought I got
Anyway.
Shaggy. Damn.
Does that make me Velma? Wait a second.
So does that mean that Nicodemus has lost the scent, or we just have to get him over the wall? So let's go through.
No, we
and see
walked
if we
around the
pick it up.
wall already. We're
Walked
following
around
it towards
and
Sweetwater.
he's now going over towards the Badwater.
Oh,
area.
he picked the scent back up. That's what I wasn't clear on. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so do we want to continue to follow the cat, or do we want to tell Kitty to slow down because we're getting into dangerous territory over here? Maybe we should come up with a game plan.
I think we track her to where she is. We investigate and possibly capture or kill her and figure out what's under there.
Sounds good. Let's keep going then.
You
On, good Kitty.
You follow Nicodemus to kind of the edge of Badwater, close to the path where you found the symbols, and he follows the track down the path. But as he gets down to Badwater, he starts to shake his head, and he's not very happy tracking here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dinky.
What about?
Are any of the Verigians following us?
Not unless you wanted them to be.
No, I just thought like they saw us like, we go off tracking and they're just like, okay, have fun.
I mean, that's right.
Had fun storming the castle. Wait,
I
you're not
just-
Yiddish, right? Okay.
Which I'm fine with that. I just wanted to know if
Yeah,
like
good point. I mean, the guy, what was his name?
Nikolai.
Nikolai, that's right. Nikolai seemed pretty curious. I mean, about what happened to her. So I kind of assumed that he might have tagged along. How does he tag along?
No, when you left, he was looking in the Vardo.
Okay, all right.
whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Bye.
Welcome.
So Nicodemus loses the trail on the edge, just down from the stone quarry.
So then we should all split up and go in all different directions and see where she went. No, that's a bad idea. Don't I'm just kidding.
Wait, what 70s band is going to start playing in the background now?
Does there appear to be any like old wells or anything that would lead underground, since something's obviously bubbling up from the ground?
So
Okay.
you're at the bottom of the path leading down into Badwater. Badwater is basically we're gonna say desolate, swampy land filled with toxic stuff. And it's not small. It's pretty large. You can't see much easy from here.
Do you want to see if you can find mucky footprints, Buligup, or something?
I will. I would like to search around for any footprints in the muck, if that is okay.
Sure.
How?
Go ahead.
Would that be survival as well?
It would indeed be the survival. Bloop. 25 is good. You search around and you do find some footprints, roughly where Nicodemus had kind of lost the scent. They head off into Badwater. However, soon they vanish into the wet soil there, as if they're kind of just tromping through the moisture. The ground here is, as the name suggests, moist and hard to track through. But whoever Nicodemus was tracking definitely entered Badwater.
Do we have a rough vector on the direction they were going into Badwater at?
You get the impression that they were heading towards they were heading north, but you're kind of on the southern side of it now anyway. So pretty much all of Badwater is north of you.
I'm wondering, Alexander, do you have any magic way of scrying, like a locate object to find maybe other symbols, like what we have with the hand symbols, or some kind of other way to divine where she might have gone?
Yes and no. I do know locate object, but I did not memorize it. But I could cast it. But it's easily blocked by earth and other metals, and it also has to be a fairly unique object.
Yeah, that's true, because otherwise you'll end up going, ah!
Yeah, but if it's the finger symbols, because I'm assuming they come in pairs, right? We have one, the other one, which she would have maybe, because we didn't find it in the tent. Oh, Alexander lost his hat on Twitch. It fell off his head, therefore he turns into another person.
No, it has to fall off in the game.
Okay, good.
That's to be an in-game hat collapse.
In-game hat collapse, okay.
Yes. Yeah, it'd have to be well-known, clearly visualized object. You can search for general items, in which case you locate the nearest of its kind. If more than one is, which would be the one we have.
Right.
I mean, there's always technomancy if we think there's buried ruins, but like detect magic, that can be blocked by stone and whatnot. I could technically do locate creature, except for that's also fairly easily blocked by running water and things.
Right.
I missed a little bit, but did we do detect magic?
No, but it's unlikely there'll be magic in the area unless she's very close. 60 feet, right, for detect magic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I can do the same thing with technomancy, but it's got the same pretty much distance limitations.
Alexander's looking at some divination type spells that'll let him kind of vaguely figure out where some stuff is. The problem is, I think you need a proper target, don't you? Even for all the detect spells, you need some specifics.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could use locate creature.
Does that let you locate a specific person?
Functions like locate object, except it locates a known creature.
But you don't know this creature. You know her first name.
That's true.
Right. And I got a general description.
Right.
I mean, I could even do legend lore, but she's probably not legendary.
Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
Because bards get that early.
Mm-hmm.
Detect Technic League? What?
I mean, I can wander around with detect thoughts, but that's got the same distance and easily blocked by metal and stone.
Mm-hmm.
I say we just start walking. See what happens.
Yeah. These
Walk in the
boots
general
were made for walking.
direction that, yeah, look for like a disturbed earth or
Yeah, I mean,
shaft or
box it.
I mean, if we assume that she's human, she can't be moving too fast because it's utter darkness out, right?
Well, it was last night when she came out or when she left.
Oh, so we're an unknown number of hours behind her then.
But
yes.
like,
Well, because we went at lunchtime.
Oh, gotcha. So if this is a blasted Earth, as far as the eye can see, can we see her? Is there like an eagle?
It's not like that. There's gases and shrivelly trees. This was okay. Gases is funny. Jesus Christ.
Well, she
No,
did have garlic quinoa earlier, so don't bring that up.
hold on. I'm just trying to figure this out because I'm like the Badwater is like at the center of town, right?
It cuts into town, but it also runs off to the side of town and goes further
Off
out.
the east, right?
Yeah. Well, yes, we're going to call it the east, but actually that map's probably squiggled around.
Oh, you're right. It was
Okay. Because I was looking at it and. So really, according to the map, so Badwater then goes to the south, right?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. So when you said we're going north, or the footprints led north.
Yeah, I was referring to the map where it's technically on the east in my head. So it would be heading to some side.
I mean, you understand why I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, because you're actually looking at the map. Hold on, let me look.
I'm looking at the map and it's like, oh, they're heading to the north, and it's like, well, there's only so far that it goes.
Because you're coming from the north. Yes, hold on. Let me look at the map. Fucking Badwater.
So based on that, I'm wondering if you did a summon monster and it was a hawk. And it doesn't last forever, but if it were to go up high enough and just look with its hawk eyes.
It's hawk eyes.
And
well, I mean, they see for miles and can read a book, right? I mean,
Yeah.
No, the problem with that, though, is if you use hawk eyes, they just end up getting drunk on martinis and
gin martinis.
Yeah. they're the only kind of martinis.
Yeah, I don't. If it was made with something else, I would clarify.
Was that
martinis.
a MASH reference?
Yeah,
yes,
that was
absolutely.
Oh my god! I'm so happy. Right
Last of the Mohicans. That's where he was named after, right?
My friend and I went one year for Halloween as Hawkeye and Trapper John.
Ah! Oh my gosh, that's like one of mine and my brother.
Which one were you?
I was Hawkeye.
I thought you would make a better radar, but that's just me, I guess.
Well, and we did. We did MASH the movie.
Oh, nice. Okay. My wife and I were just talking about that the other day, that we were chuckling over this random episode that we both thought about at the same time. It was the episode where Radar mailed a Jeep back home one part at a time. The steering wheel was in an envelope. The part of the front seat was sent in a box. He just kept sending shit home, like the whole Jeep.
That's funny. So, yes, Nick, you're correct. Because the map itself is turned, I'm just ignoring the compass rose and assuming that to the right of the map is the east. So when I say to the north, I mean the northern edge. So it would be the eastern edge on the map you're looking at.
Okay, but so I mean that's still like it's all that shit to the north. That's not all bad though, right?
No, the Badwater comes in where that kind of pool of water is, and it goes kind of out a little past the wall, and then it's all that swath right into the middle of town and out again. It's reasonable in size. I mean, you can see the size of the buildings there in town. Then it's not a small area. It's not a huge, vast tract of land, but it is a reasonable sized tract of land.
What, the kittens?
I see you, Whitney.
No, not the kittens.
I just wanted so. Okay, I know where we are then.
Good. I'm happy. Because, yes, it's confusing, I know, because nobody thinks north should be up, and it should be fucking up.
Except Australians. fuck them, right?
They can do whatever the fuck they want. So.
So
I'm not going to tell
walk-
them otherwise. Have you seen have you seen camel spiders?
Oh, yeah.
Camel spiders aren't. The orb weavers are in Australia. I've been there. They're
No,
horrifying.
the camel spiders are the whip scorpions and the.
Yeah.
Nunchuk bears.
Drop bears.
So should we
Nunchuk bears.
keep walking in the direction she was last headed?
Well, I'm wondering if we want to summon a hawk or something, but I don't know if we'd be able to speak to it. It's like we need some kind of aerial. If a hawk could get up high, they could see for miles. She has hours and hours ahead of us.
Right, but
There's also potentially a way out of town through Badwater as well. Through the wall. So you could technically get out of town by leaving through the wall where Badwater is because it's damaged.
I think that maybe the best course of action, since we know somebody has left and gone to Badwater.
Yeah, if there's a
perhaps-
gap in the wall, we could pick up the trail there again, maybe.
Well, perhaps we should report this back to the mayor, old guy thing.
Nikolai? No, Redfang?
no, Iadenveigh.
Yeah.
Perhaps
You mean the leader of the Deadeye Council?
Yes.
yes.
Yes, Ivert.
Perhaps we should let him know. I mean, we definitely do not want to go traipsing through Badwater. I, for one, like the number of limbs that I have as it is.
I mean,
You don't think a
you
couple
have-
more hands could give you a lot of fun?
Rare.
More might be good, but there's the possibility of less that I am very worried about.
Or a tentacle coming out of your face.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Okay.
So, you're going back to talk to...
Well, I tell you what, you guys could continue on the trail. I could run back to town, get our horses, inform him what our current lead is, and then bring all of our horses for us to try to get a jump.
If we think that they have gone out the back way through the wall, then I think if nothing else, we should, since that is at the northern end of the Badwater, we should go around and come out that way so we spend as little time traipsing through poison land as possible.
But what if they're hiding within Badwater?
Ooh, that is also a problem.
I mean, if they're obviously investigating something out here, they might have went to go find it.
Perhaps they came out here in the night and something got them. If they had been coming out this way, perhaps their body is out here in the Badwater.
Yeah.
I guess then maybe the best thing to do is just keep going forward and see what we find. If the body is, if they have left through the wall, then I think we go from there. But if they are dead in the town region of Badwater or hiding in it, then I think that is a different situation.
Yeah, I think we should explore at least through Badwater to the edge to see if they've left, and there may be, something we'll run across that'll give us sign.
Just everyone be extra aware of your surroundings and be careful and pay attention. If you start to feel ill or start to feel funny, do not.
I would love it if you all of a sudden became funny. That would be amazing.
Wow.
Kiernan, what we are saying is lay off your funny juice, okay?
Funny
But,
juice. He's already inebriated a little bit, but he's also
yes,
got
perhaps.
the
Lay
Numerian
off
fluid.
those Numerian fluids you keep
You
tapping
know,
into.
I could be funny too if people wrote all my stuff for me before we played.
I mean,
that
that's
would be so
fair.
nice,
I mean,
wouldn't it
that's
be?
good. I mean, it would, right? Just be
You
living
mean
the
like- you mean like
street, then
Critical
going
Role?
home.
I
Stop
wanna say-
now. Don't be contentious.
I want to say, so a friend of mine messaged me the other day and said, I think I hate, and I'm not going to say who it is, but their initials are MM.
Oh,
And,
why did they hate that person?
Let me pull it up because
I'm lost. I don't know who's your.
It's okay. You don't need to know.
It's not Ted Cruz, so I mean.
I said.
I mean, everyone hates. Yeah, go on.
If you're looking for someone to dissuade you from your feelings, you've come to the wrong place.
Did they come to this conclusion all on their own?
Yes.
So what specifically was it? Was it the meaningful looks?
No, it's let me
I've been on the receiving end of Nick's meaningful looks, and I have felt uncomfortable yet strangely aroused. So
I'm interested in where this is going. I would like to know.
So he finally gave that show a try because people won't leave him alone about it, and he just goes, "I hate it. Who are these beautiful professional entertainers in stage makeup and their perfected voices? Where's the rules lawyering? Where's the visibly upset DM? Where's the one guy who gets a hair up his ass to do something crazy or stupid that the rest of the party hates?"
Yes.
I mean, that's fair. It is very unrealistic, let's not lie. With regards to what the real world of this is like.
Goes, it's scripted and so fucking generic.
It is very, yes. I don't know whether it is scripted. They say it isn't, and I don't know. But I wonder whether there's kind of talking points pre-released, potentially. Yeah. And the part I hate is it's 50% of its ads at the very, it's just like ads and things they're aligned with at the beginning. I mean, ultimately, if I had ads, I'd be spreading them all over the place too, but.
Yes, is mythical mole basically nerd porn? Like, we all know in the back of our heads it's not sincere, but we just like the fantasy.
The idea, you mean it's one of those things, it's like the perfect goal has been created, but we all know we're never going to get there.
We all know we can't play like that.
I rated 5 out of 5 soiled napkins.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Badwater, what am I hearing? You're going into Badwater, or are you going back to talk to the Deadeye Council?
Did you want me to go back to report and get our horses?
No.
I don't. I do not think that walking horses through here would be good. It is very muddy. I myself am a little concerned with for myself. Well, my armor does not weigh me down much. I can move pretty easily in it. Of course, Alexander is a bit heavier than others.
It's because he's made of robot.
I am not.
But only a really dick of a DM would actually kill a horse. I mean, really, come on.
Especially when
Dude,
they
I
betray
have
you.
seen the never-ending story.
I posted the picture.
I mean.
He posted the picture. That's why I brought it up. It's like Artax. Dude, when you're young, that's a tearjerker right there. I'm not ashamed to say it. You know.
Aww.
Yeah, so I vote for continue to move through Badwater.
Are we going into Badwater?
Yes.
Right, we're going in.
I'm just worried that we don't report back. I mean, for all we know, she may have snuck in to try to find the remains of that other mechanical bird, and she knows something's up. But yeah, let's just keep.
She could have turned into a bird herself and flown away too. I mean, if we just.
Well, she would have done that inside before having to climb a wall too, right?
All right, you enter Badwater. You immediately regret it. It is a terrible place. It is filled with large biting insects and gases and fumaroles bubbling in the ground. The
bulk of eternal stench. Okay, go on. Nobody? No Labyrinth reference? No one? Crickets? One of David Bowie's most amazing performances ever, and
his performance, not yours. So yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
The ground that looks solid is not solid. There is definitely some kind of liquid bubbling up from below. You walk across, and it is hard going. And at some points, your feet sink into the knees. You have to pull it back out. It's covered in black slime from under the ground.
Turn it around.
This whole place is dangerous.
Turn it around.
How in the nine hells did she get through this?
Exactly.
She might have snowshoes or something. I don't know.
Maybe she can fly.
Jetpack.
She was high.
Yeah, maybe she has a jetpack.
Grapple hook.
She's a Mandalorian. Is that what you're telling me? Holy shit!
Maybe.
I flee quickly.
You're retreating. So there is some vague clicking from the device in your pack that detects radiation as well. It's not a lot, but there's definitely some stuff here.
Let's get out of here. This is not safe for us.
So we're just going to give up on finding her.
Actually, a few more hours, we might be sterile and then not have to worry about illegitimate children. But
I think it's.
I think the town might take that vote, but I don't think you guys want it.
That alchemist encounter, she wanted it. She wanted some fletchling. That's what she.
And for some reason you didn't.
Yeah, right. Sad.
I don't know if
Just because punching a lady is so much nicer.
I ate no punches. There was no punches.
No, you moved into backstab position after she was punched.
That's different. That's being safe. So somehow she went into an area where she knew she wasn't going to be followed. What is the quickest way out of this area? If we were to quote go the way she went, because there's no way she's going to stay the course in this completely slimy area. She's assuming she's going to avoid all pursuit. So she's backtracked at some point.
She might not even know she's being pursued. I mean,
well, she wouldn't have gone this way for no reason. There's so many other ways out of town that are more convenient. Why would you go this way?
Which is why I think she's looking for something in this area and not just fleeing town.
I mean,
why would she hastily pack all of her belongings to do that, though?
The entirety of town is surrounded by a wall, remember? To get through the wall at night requires losing a gate or going over part of the wall you'd have to climb, which is almost impossible.
Right.
So the only gaps in the wall are through Badwater. And no one is in Badwater watching Badwater.
Exactly. I'm just thinking Alexander's comments absolutely valid. I'm just thinking, why would she have hastily packed stuff to do that, though? Like clothes and stuff. She's bugging out. Like she's freaking out that someone's onto her.
Or she's going to ground somewhere.
Yeah.
So possible. Maybe she's got a lair.
Yeah, exactly.
We could go back to the stonecutters and ask if there's any
lairs.
Old farms or something out that way or whatever.
Sure. I mean, there's clearly Badwater was a place that was reclaimed. It was part of the town at one point.
Mm. And some kind of
like in
ecological disaster happened, and that's
in
why
the dark past it was part of the town. It was a while ago.
Yeah, there's something below there that's ruptured or something or activated. Or just bubbled up.
Like an oil leak from a giant robot that would erupt from the mountainside like a kaiju or something?
Yep, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
So, are you returning to the council? Are you returning to, where are you going? Are you returning to the stonecutters? Are you returning to the Varisians? You have lots of points of contact here.
I would like to walk back to camp just to... Hold on. Ditto!
We can't hear the dog too much, so go on.
You
can't? Okay. I want to go back to Nikolai just to let him know that our trail ended, and I just did I leave him with the symbols?
I don't think so.
I think we kept them.
Okay, so then and then I'd like to go back to Nikolai, report to him that the trail went cold, and then give him the symbols just in case.
Okay. Thank you, little sister. I appreciate it. I hope she has not tried to exit through Badwater. I hear a lot of people go in there and come out with extra appendages?
I mean, all we know is she went into the Badwater, and it does not appear that if she came out, she did not go in the same way, or she did not come back the way that she went in.
Something clearly scared her. I wonder what it was. She always seemed quite stable, but a little aloof. But I didn't expect her to go running through a dangerous area. That is not our way.
No, it is.
I will let you know if I see her again in town.
Oh, thank you, my friend, and thank you for your hospitality today.
Yes.
You're welcome. Any friend of a little sister is a friend of ours.
And may you visit us in Torch, where I can return the offer of drink.
We may pass that way at some point, I am certain. Oh, hello.
Now that's your puppy. Was that a Tyrael?
It may well have been a Tyrael.
Cute.
Somebody's not
All right.
keeping him in his box.
Oh, Ahsoka, I guess, can hear him, even though she can't, because now she's barking. Okay, so are we walking back to town now?
Assume you're in town.
Yeah.
That's where the Virgians are. They're in town.
Well, I guess you're right.
Town proper. Like
where are you going? Are you going to talk to the council? Are you going to
this is like 1:00 at this point, right? So we're not. We still have.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's consider it. Yeah, early afternoon.
I think that we should check in with the council. They might know something about the Badwater area that we do not. I mean, it seems quite reasonable that she is most likely the Technic League spy. I mean, obviously, we do not have hard evidence, but or we don't have proof.
We have strong suspicion.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
We have some evidence, but
Okay, so you're going to talk to the council via Iadenveigh Gunnet.
Yes.
I would like to talk to Iadenveigh.
Gunnet is sat on his porch with his feet on the railing.
Sipping a mint
bonjour.
julep.
Bonjour again, my friend.
Greetings. How goes the hunt?
Well, we seem to have hit a bit of a wall. While investigating the Badlands, we found some evidence that pointed us to the Varisian camp, and
Yes.
the owner of said evidence has fled into the Badwater.
That's a bad place there. While you were away, I talked to the council. They seem to think that if you can solve our little problem here for us, that maybe we could give you some kind of recompense. And now you come to think about it, I wonder, what do you think she's doing over there?
Perhaps, we already know that she had at least one method of spy communication. Perhaps, I know that there's a hole in the wall. Perhaps she found out that you were looking for her and fled through the hole.
I'm pretty sure going out that way is a big mistake.
Well, I mean, desperate people do desperate things.
Or it could be also a suspicion that she was meeting somebody there.
Think she's operating out of Badwater? I mean, it's possible. People have lived in there before.
Recently, how can anyone live in there?
Not really. I mean, they live on the edges.
She's either living there, has a base camp there, or is looking for something.
Or it's a meeting point of some kind for somebody else.
It is
that she knows. Something.
It is possible to cross Badwater. I know Red Fang's done it many times.
If she's a Technic League agent, she may be looking for something in that area of Technic nature.
You mean like a technology thing?
Yeah, something buried.
Yeah.
Maybe contaminating the area.
Old Hoskett was wondering about that.
Hoskett?
Yeah, he was wondering if, well, I brought up the idea that you thought that maybe she was, or whoever this spy was looking for something that was underneath here, like it was in Torch. And he was wondering if it had something to do with happened to old Skelton back in 4707.
Yes.
Skelton, 4707.
Yeah, something. Oh, he said there was something from a cave under his farm killed him. Some kind of cloud of gas or something.
It exploded or it seeped out and poisoned him?
Well, it's a long while ago. From what I can understand, something came out of the ground that looked like a sparkling cloud, and then he died, and the cloud went back underground. There was a well on his property at the north side of, the northeast edge of the Badwater. We kept it over with a slab of stone, and we just tried not to panic anyone.
Now, is that northeast according to the map of up is north, or the?
Yes, it's according to the actual map. It's kind of on the eastern edge, but to the northern part.
That sounds like a likely place for us to investigate then.
So the council said you could investigate as long as you follow a few rules. 1, keep quiet about these ruins and don't spread any fear among the citizenry. And if there's any sort of danger represented by the ruins, you are going to neutralize it. You ain't going to let it out in the town.
We will do our best.
Clearly, yes.
When we were over at Scrapwall, there was that will of the wisp. That was a sparkling ball as well that tried to kill us.
I've seen them. I don't know. I've never seen this mist. It could be anything. I mean, who knows what people see when they're panicking and someone's dying.
Yes, I've been in fights where simple folk and farmers call everything a demon, and it turns out it's a goblin wearing 3 goblins standing on top of each other wearing a trench coat, and that's a demon to them.
I mean, we're simple here, but we survive in this land, so I think we're a little more together than most, but some things we don't really understand, and that's my big fear, is what's down there is something we don't want to deal with, which is where you people come in. So, you keep it quiet, you deal with it for us, and you don't let anything out in town, and we'll compensate you.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I can give you some vague directions. I don't know exactly where the ruins are, but Red Fang gave me this. He hands you a map. It has a vague cross drawn on it. It has like an outline. It looks like it was hastily drawn. It has an outline of the wall. It has Badwater kind of cut into the side of it. And there's kind of a circle.
I think we lost Nick.
Oh, we may have lost Nick. He's all frozen.
I don't see his video feed at all anymore, actually.
Yeah, I don't
He's
see
still
him
on Roll20.
Maybe he did that thing where he does with his mouse and backs up. Or maybe he's...
Well, he does have jacked up internet thanks to, AT&T. Wait, no, it's BSNS.
Whatever.
So, do you want to... So he gives you a map that was drawn by Red Fang that has a circle on it. He says he doesn't remember exactly where it is. It's somewhere in this area. You should be able to see it, though. It's ruins of a farm. You want to try and uncap the top. I'd be careful. From what I heard and what I understand, there's some magic on the cap to stop it being moved.
What kind of magic? Is there anything that you recommend, like wet rags that we put over our mouths to avoid inhalation of this gas, or have you heard anything about that?
We had some wards cast on it. Just be careful.
Is it flammable?
I mean, my understanding of the magic is it could blow your face off. Yeah, that was the whole point. And mostly it was to keep the things in, but also to keep the curious out.
So if we had a female oracle that ate quinoa with garlic in it earlier today, like she mentioned earlier, and there was
I think you're
gas
talking more of
being
a glyph of
extruded.
warding.
If that's what you want to call wits in,
No.
Quinoa, but
No.
I'm buying time for Nick. Apparently he's not coming yet, so we'll continue on.
He may be gone. He may have lost his power completely. Oh, there he is. He's
Are
on
the
chat.
storms?
His power's gone.
So,
Shoot. Well,
do we
Whit, how
want
are
to
you
call
doing
it then,
on?
or?
How are you doing on time, by the way? How's your?
Oh, let's just suggest that you. Let me see. Where are we? Is there anything? I mean, using the map, it is relatively straightforward to find this well.
I was going to say we have the map. Yeah, sure. How long would it take to get there? Like an hour or two, or like a day? I mean,
no. It's so you can come at Badwater from the northern side, and you can drop down into that area. So it's not going to be too terrible. It might mean you're kind of scrabbling down the side a little bit, but it's not awful. You can find what looks like the ruins of a farm on the northern side. It has what looks like an old stone cottage. What was once probably a very sturdy barn. All of this is badly overgrown and crumbling. In the middle, there is a crumbling well covered by a heavy-looking capstone.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's still capped, so she didn't move it, most likely.
Or it's crumbling enough where you could fit through a stone between the capstone and the bottom of the well?
Detect magic on the capstone?
The capstone is magical. You appear to be warded. It appears to be slightly off the top of the well.
Okay.
Enough for a person to sneak through?
It's wide enough for a small woman or a small creature to crawl down. Not enough for, say, you or Alexander, but certainly enough for, say, Tatia or Buligup to sneak in.
I have a pretty good escape artist. I wonder if I could try to squeeze through, but we could see. We'll wait there.
If I won't fit, then do you want to try and disarm the glyph on there? Or ward or whatever it is?
Yeah, I have the ability to do that.
So there's no... it's definitely... So with your detect magic, it's definitely a glyph of warding. It hasn't gone off on her, so she clearly disabled it somehow.
So it's inert, or it's been like...
No, it's active. It's active, but it is possible to temporarily disable these, and then they reactivate on their own.
I could potentially do that. I have a pretty good disable device.
And I could always dispel magic it if it came to it, but that's hit or miss, and I'd rather save the spell slots.
So what I'm hearing is everybody's far away at this point.
Exactly. I was going to say, if you guys want to get back.
Yes.
Get back. Get back.
Yeah. At least beyond the regular glyph of warding radius.
Okay. We're here. You can try it out, Kiernan. We're right behind you.
You want to disable the device?
Yeah, let's go for it here. Boom.
So
25.
Okay, do me a perception check first so you can actually see it.
Sure. My bad. I just thought it was.
No. We'll keep the disable.
35.
You kind of run your hand over the top of the thing and you find the edges of the glyph, and you carefully begin to kind of poke at it with your tools and attempt to kind of pry parts of it off to disable the device. You don't think you managed. It doesn't go off, but you don't think you managed to disable it.
Ooh.
Okay, well, that is not a horrible roll, but I didn't roll the greatest, so I will try again if I didn't set it off.
Okay.
38 this time, or actually 41 this time.
Okay. You pry at it and you pull off some more of it, and you actually feel like you have disabled it at this point. You've taken enough that the magic feels to be ebbing away into the ground.
Nice. So I've taken a copper wire and grounded it, basically.
Right. Alexander confirms the magic is not as strong at this point. It seems to be dissipating.
Let the hate flow through you. All
I
right.
guess I have to break out my crowbar and see if we can move the thing more. So
You
I
think
can
you
get
could
through
probably just push it off the top? If you all push from one side. I mean, clearly she somehow managed to shove it over enough to get in there.
Yeah, but all of us strength's a dump stat for every one of us.
No, she's only a 5'5" Parisian dancer woman.
Oh,
She
I was
can't
gonna
be too
say
bad.
she's the strongest of the whole group by far. Well, but if Nicodemus puts his shoulder into it.
Isn't Wits? I thought Tatia's strength was reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like mine's 10.
Oh, Buligup's got a lever and knows how to use it.
I do have a crowbar.
I do too, actually.
Okay, you bypass the trap. Are you descending, or shall we call it there?
Well, it's up to Wit. Well, Nick is.
That's what I'm saying. Nick's not here. Down below, you see a stone well. It looks like it has been hastily. The only part of it has been clad in stone, as if it was dug and work was being done when it was capped.
Hmm. So they ruptured something with the well, maybe? When they're
Chat says you should jump in.
Well, I was actually wondering that because I want to try to get in front of the party because all the light that they're going to do is going to be a dead giveaway. But
there is going to be some light. You really need to get Tatia some kind of night vision and her cat some kind of night vision.
Yeah, I'm wondering if if Nicodemus can pick up the scent again. Does it look like she's been here? Like, especially with that hole that she likely would have squeezed through. Can he?
I mean, you're still in Badwater, and it's really hard for him to determine any scent here because there's just a terrifying smell everywhere.
Sure.
But on the edge of the well, he kind of looks like he's picked up the scent again. He kind of puts one paw on and looks down and then just backs away.
All right. I would like to cast a spell.
What you casting?
On Tatia.
Is it dark vision?
Yes.
Solid spell.
Thank you.
How long does that last?
It will last for...
Oh, wow. A while.
7 hours.
That's crazy good.
Hooray!
Hooray.
Unless I use the Rod of Extend, and then it'll go for 14 hours.
Well, now you go blind if you do that.
No. Not true.
That's pretty good. Actually. Are you using the Extend Rod?
Sure. I did use that on the mage armor for me and Nicodemus, so I've got one more use of it.
Yeah, you get 3 tries a day. That's just, I mean, why not, right?
Sick. Yeah, that's great.
So,
Nicodemus also cannot see in the dark, remember. He has low light, but he doesn't have dark vision. If you're planning on moving around in complete darkness,
he might not be able to accompany us down this narrow underwater. Do you want a cat in water in a sewer?
Well, and he's bigger than any of us. Can he fit down the well?
Yeah.
He could go down the well, but it's gonna be a tough thing. He could technically go down. He would be squeezing down the well.
What about Scuzzlebutt, the NPC? I can't remember his name. Silas, yes. You're a Scuzzlebutt?
Yeah, Silas
got
is
a leg of asparagus?
Silas is still with you. Unless you didn't want him to be.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he would need dark vision as well, or we need to keep the kitty.
Like, you can leave the cat, and Silas will look after the cat if you want. You can take the cat out of Badwater.
I'm not trying to overextend the rod. It's just.
But I mean, that also means that Wit is without one of her major benefits of being an oracle. She is.
I'd like to bring him, but I don't know if the cat could come. But it'd be great if they could all come.
They can all come. I can get dark vision on one more of them. But you'd have to choose between Silas or Nicodemus. Well, no, not true.
I mean, the other option is you just have a light source and then everyone can see.
Yes.
Including all the foes that can see.
Ha!
I mean, you're assuming it's dark down there, of course. It may not be. There may be light down there.
Oh, what the heck? I am going to.
Yeah, let's wait for Nick.
Yes.
Let's set Buligup's underwear on fire, and
So,
that will give us enough
what-
light to see by.
What I'm hearing is we should call here and let Nick Louis log in when his power comes back, and then we can pick it up after you have discussed whether or not you're going in with a light source or not.
Yarb.
Sure.
All right, so do you want experience for that one trap you sorted?
Yeah.
1,200. Congratulations.
Hey.
Ooh.
And not Kai. No.
So that's what? 400 apiece, is that? No. 300 apiece. No,
Well,
400 apiece.
It's 5 ways, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Was it? Oh, 5 ways? Was it 5
Or
ways?
wait.
No,
Oh,
silence
no,
is
it's
part
just
of
4.
torture.
Okay, so yeah. So 300 each.
300 apiece. Better than nothing.
Yay.
39104, is that?
That checks.
Check. All right, kids. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Check us out on the website at rpgmp3.com. Check us out on the Discord where we're talking about all kinds of stupid shit. And watch all that other nonsense that we recorded over the past 250,000 years.
Which is
See you later.
awesome. I listen to it every night.
Bye.
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 You're listening to the smooth sound of rpgmp3.com. Dungeon on.